Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to 22 News at 4. I'm Ciara Speller. We're going to have our top 4 at 4 in just a moment. But Western Massachusetts has been digging out of all of that snow we received over the weekend. Let's bring in 22 News Storm Team meteorologist Brian Lapis. And Brian, how's it looking out there? A lot of people having a snow day, so not many cars out on the roads.
Yeah, the worst is over. The worst is over, I would expect, by, I think, by 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock last night. But this has just been so much snow and an extended period of snow. So we're just going to have to be patient as we slowly but surely dig out. How was your ride from South Central Hampden County? Not
bad. Highways were clear.
Yeah.
But back roads, neighborhoods, it's just, you know how it goes.
Kind of a little iffy.
Yeah, a little iffy.
Same way with my ride from North Central Hampden County. All right, let's take a look at traffic, shall we? Now that we've gotten some ground truth from the anchors, let's take a look at the map. And more of the same here. You can see that I-91 is fine. The Pike looks good as well. And no, not even for a regular evening commute are we seeing any kind of backup here. So that's good news. We'll give it an hour or so and then might be a different story. But keep in mind that side streets and even some of our secondary arteries like Route 5 and Route 20, Route 9, they may still be snow covered in many places. So be patient and look around. Keep your head on a swivel as you move about the valley here this afternoon. Temperatures right now. This is part of the story. Temperatures are in the 20s, 21 Westfield, Springfield, 22 in Northampton, 23 in Greenfield, and we're in the teens. We don't expect to be above freezing for at least 7 days here. So the snow that we've got is probably not going to melt all that much here over the next several days. You can see the snow pulling away. We had a little burst of light to moderate snow around lunchtime today. That's moving on out of here. And there is drier weather on the way in here for the rest of the week. We'll track it with our 22 News Storm Team forecast.
Well, despite the snow, crews were hard at work clearing runways for planes at Bradley International Airport, which stayed open and operating today. Even though the airport was open, that doesn't mean that it was busy, as there were only a few dedicated travelers with their flights still intact. This morning, the airport said 38% of their flights were canceled, mainly affecting arrivals and departures through the first half of the day. Bradley did say that it's important to check your flight status in case of any changes throughout the day. The Ludlow Select Board has officially appointed Michael Brennan as the new police chief. Chief Brennan was sworn in during a ceremony held last week. He's been a member of the police department for more than 20 years, starting his career in 2001. Throughout his time, Brennan has been recognized on numerous occasions for his dedication and service to the community. Brennan previously served as provisional chief of the department following the retirement of Chief Daniel Villegas. Federal officials on Sunday approved a request from the New England grid operator to use every possible power source during this deep freeze despite air quality concerns. U.S. Secretary of Energy Chris Wright says there was a statutory emergency within all 6 New England states, saying there is not enough electricity because of the extreme cold. The order lets the region's power grid operator, ISO New England, run power plants at full capacity through January 31st to avoid blackouts. Grid officials say they're not in a crisis yet, but the long stretch of cold weather means they may need all available power just to keep the lights and heat on. Kids and Car Safety documented over 100 cases of children being left alone in vehicles that were stolen with them inside in 2025. This data comes after an infant was found safe after a car was stolen with a 7-month-old inside in Springfield last week. The agency says that while victims usually survive, it is still traumatizing for everyone involved and a significant misuse of law enforcement resources. They suggest that parents should never leave a child alone, use drive-through or curbside pickup if possible, or call and ask if the business can accommodate your needs. All right, let's get another check of the weather with meteorologist Brian Lapis. Brian, how's it looking out there after seeing all that powder come down?
Things are slowing down, which is good news. There are still some flurries here and there, especially west of the Connecticut River, so keep that in mind. But the trend is going to be for drying here as we head into the evening hours. I mentioned this before, but we're not expecting any melting anytime soon. So don't wait for the snow to melt. You can see here on our clouds and radar, and there are still some flurries bumping up against the Berkshires and a few flurries in eastern Franklin County. And as often is the case, there are still some very light snowflakes that are kind of sneaking underneath the radar beam, even in parts of Hampden and Hampshire County. So just keep that in mind, that there will be some flurries we expect into the evening hours. This is 5 o'clock, a couple of spotty flurries from time to time. But by 9 o'clock, we may actually get a little clearing. So light breeze tonight, clearing sky, and a ton of snow on the ground, fresh snow at that. Perfect ingredients for a cold night. We're expecting temperatures around zero, and there will be at least a few places that end up below zero here tomorrow morning. You can see here at 7 o'clock a few scattered clouds. It's a mixture of sunshine and clouds here tomorrow. Again, a light breeze and high temperatures in the 20s. And temperatures in the low 20s are something that we're going to get a lot of this week. We'll track it tonight on 22 News starting at 5.
Trending today, the New England Patriots are headed back to the Super Bowl after defeating the Denver Broncos in the AFC Championship 10-7. The Pats now advance to their 12th Super Bowl and first since 2019. They'll go up against the Seattle Seahawks, who defeated the Los Angeles Rams in the NFC Championship. The Super Bowl will take place at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California on Sunday, February 8th at 6:30 p.m. And you can catch the big game right here on 22 News. And some exciting news for country music fans. The Zac Brown Band is hitting the road and are set to perform at Fenway Park. The Grammy Award-winning band is bringing their Love and Fear tour to America's oldest ballpark on August 2nd with string band the Old Crow Medicine Show as their opening act. The Zac Brown Band has been putting out hits for more than a decade, and over the years, they've become one of the most entertaining live performing acts in today's music scene. Also trending, as Western Massachusetts got over a foot of snow, one local family enjoyed watching a T-Rex running through the snow. Video sent in to 22 News shows a local resident of Chicopee in a dinosaur costume shoveling and having fun in the snow. If you have any unique photos or videos from this weekend's snowstorm, we'd love to see them and share them. You can send them via email to reported@wwlp.com. Got to make the best of it, right? Now for a look at what we're working on for 22 News starting at 5. Western Massachusetts saw over a foot of snow in Sunday's massive snowstorm. Here why DPW crews say cleanup will take several days to conclude. And after such a big snowstorm, experts are warning that not cleaning your vents can lead to trouble. We'll tell you how you can reduce your risk of CO poisoning this winter. Plus, we'll keep you updated on the latest road conditions with 22 News Storm Team coverage throughout the region.
Speaking of, here we are with coverage of the roads. And so far, so good. Traffic is light, so we're not seeing a lot of problems here. So take a look here. The Pike is looking pretty nice. I-91 looking good. 391 and 291, no significant delays. Be aware. A lot of snowbanks that will limit your visibility on side streets, and side streets in many places are still snow covered. So take your time getting where you got to go. Things will be improving as we move through the evening hours in terms of the weather and traffic. We'll talk about it tonight on 22 News starting at 5.
And we thank you for joining us this afternoon for 22 News at 4. You can join Brian and I on TV starting at 5 and get all your local news and weather updates anytime on wwlp.com and the 22 News mobile app.